Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good morning. We're back. Good morning, Dr. Nildz.
Good morning. How are you, Ma'am Cora?
Good. Good morning, United States. And magandang gabi po sa lahat ng mga nasa Pilipinas. Thank you all for watching us again. And we have a lot of good discussions coming up to you today. And as globally, we are going to talk about teachers around the world. Good morning, Dr. Nildz.
Yes, one more time, magandang araw po, good day, and a warm hello to our listener in the Philippines and in the US, and of course, across the globe. Mm-hmm. So welcome to Teacher Talk with Ma'am Cora and Dr. Nildz, a space where stories, wisdom, experiences, and in education comes alive. So together, we will explore the different joys, challenges, and triumphs of teaching, learning, and leading as we build bridges that connect culture, communities, and our hearts as an educators. Thank you, Ma'am Cora.
Okay, so what's going on with us today? Alam niyo, we are also busy this week and we are going through a lot, but still the show must go on. We're here. And last week, I'm quite busy also. Well, from school, and we have a new set of cultural exchange teachers who came to Texas, and it is an hour and a half away from Houston. They came to teach at Fort Arthur Independent School District. So I did not prepare the pictures, but we're happy to serve. We drove all the way there and brought donations of household materials, particularly kitchen and bedroom stuff. So for those of you who are watching right there at Fort Arthur, we will be back and give you some more, distribute some more of our collected donations from your community here in Houston. So wait lang kayo dyan, stay still, and teach well.
Yes, and
How
I
about
think
you, Doctor?
Yes,
Doctor?
yeah. Well, just like you, there's a lot of things going on. There are positive, negative. We have, stories that I will say very inspiring and encouraging at the same time. As we go on with our life, there's different phases that we're going through. But of course, in spite of that, just like what you said, the show must go on. And being an educator, we're very flexible, and we're here for you to give you what you are always looking forward with our conversation down here. That's why we call it Teacher Talk. So for our theme for this week, we have our global Filipino teachers. And our topic of discussions right now is about global teachers biyahing abroad. So we will be discussing a lot of things, especially with our honored and respected panel of guests from all over the United States. So that's one thing that we will be giving to you this morning here in the United States and evening, of course, in the Philippines. So would you like to share our highlights of what we will be discussing today, Ma'am Cora?
Dr. Niels, I would just like to add also that you mentioned today that we have positives, right?
Yes.
Positive interaction going on. Today is my daughter's wedding here
Oh,
in,
wow.
I'm actually in Austin today, and she's gonna have her wedding this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So
Congratulations.
congratulations to my daughter and my future son-in-law, Shane, Allison, and my in-laws over there. So Dr. Neil, would you please set the first part first as I look around and pick up
Yes.
the things that
Yes, so we're going to be discussing highlights of the journey of teachers abroad, their personal and professionals. And number two, we compare experiences from teaching in the Philippines and abroad. Would you like to share our objective why we are discussing this?
the objectives actually will talk about how teachers are exchanging their expertise when it comes to teaching, and uh, how does it feels going to from one area to another area, or another environment to another environment. Also, what are their personal and professional growth with regard to their position right now, and also to provide advice to those fellow educators who are seeking to teach abroad. It's not easy to teach here. You should have the courage and passion to be able to tackle and be the best of who you are and who you are, what you are trained for, particularly in putting your values into the career that you are engaging here and abroad.
Yes, those are awesome. So let's now introduce our panel of guests. Okay, and I would like to start with this special lady, or I will say special educator. Okay, so our guest today truly embodies what it means to be a global teacher, passionate educator whose journey has taken her from Masbate to Manila to New York City. Across rural and urban classrooms, she has inspired countless learners and educators, guided by her belief that education is the key to a better life. Take note of that. Education is a key to better life. Okay? She is a proud graduate of the Philippine Normal University. There you are, Cora. So Dr. Pacita Chit, as we call her, and her last name is three-letter only, Ross, has served as a teacher, administrator, author, community advocate, and a lifelong mentor. That's what our topic last time. Okay, so now retired from the New York City Board of Education, she continues to live by the words, once a teacher, always a teacher. I am a testimony to that. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, join us in warmly welcoming our distinguished guest and a proud global Filipino educator, none other than Dr. Pacita Cheat Ross. Here you are.
Thank you. Good morning to everybody.
Thank
Good
you, Dr.
morning. Morning, Dr. Pasita. How are you?
Morning, Cora. I'm very well, thank you, and I hope everyone is doing well as well. Thank you.
Okay. Next, our new distinguished guest today is a graduate of the Bachelor of Science in Industrial Education, major in General Home Economics from Mindanao State University, Iligan Institute of Technology, and Iligan Institute of Technology in 1994, and
Mm.
her Master's of Education in Guidance Counseling from St. Michael's College in 2007. She began her teaching career in the Department of Education, DepEd, in 1995, serving for 15 years and teaching a range of subjects, including technology and livelihood education, values education, physical education, and population education while working as a guidance counselor.
Mm.
Oh my God, look at how super teacher our distinguished guest is. In 2008, she moved to the United States and joined Johnson County Public Schools in 2011 in culinary arts instructor. Over the next decade, she earned 3 educational grants, led her students to multiple state culinary competition wins, and guided her team to state championship in
Wow.
2019. After 25 years of teaching, our distinguished guest transitioned to her current role as career development coordinator, where she continues to inspire students in planning for their future careers. She also worked part time at a community college
Mm.
as a part of the workforce development program. In her free time, our distinguished guest enjoys baking, cooking, dancing, and outdoor activities with friends. Guest, our distinguished guest, please welcome Miss Judy Yow. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning sa US or in other country. And then maayong gabi sa Pilipinas. Magandang gabi. I'm Bisaya. So yeah. So thank you for inviting me.
Of course. Dr. Niels.
Oh, the next one is going to be Miss Minerva. Miss Cora, do you have
Maybe,
Miss Minerva?
maybe you could introduce only Miss Minerva, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I am looking at her paper right now and I can't read. Do you have it, Dr. Neil? Could you read it for her?
Okay.
For me,
Well,
please.
let me
My
check on that.
internet is flickering.
Ah,
Okay.
I am in a hotel right now because
ay, oh my God.
I could hardly see. Okay, I got it now.
We got
I
it.
got it.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry for that. Our distinguished guest, I call her Tita Minerva. Okay. Of course, an alumni of the Philippine Normal University, class 67. Ooh, see, I am already only 2 years old by that time. Bachelor of Science in Education, Elementary Education, Master in Guidance and Counseling in 1973, uh, Guidance Counselor, Psychometrician in Sambeda College of the Holy Spirit, grade school teacher at California, Minnesota, Nevada, USA. Ako,
Wow.
international talaga. Okay, so she founded an advisor of the Philippine Scholarship Foundation of Outreach Services, FASCO, Minnesota, and Las Vegas, Nevada. PNU or Philippine Normal University 2025 Gawad Sulu Eminent Alumni Awardee. 2025 Woman of the Year awardee in Las Vegas, Nevada. 2025 Mother of the Year awardee, Las Vegas, Nevada. Oh, I like
Amazing.
that too. Inspirational speaker, publisher, author, writer, books published, The Way to Becoming a Total Person, poems that inspires expressions, impressions, words speak, wisdom, boost me up, distinguished Toastmaster, DTM, Toastmasters International.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our distinguished guest, Minerva Honkala. Good morning, Tita Minerva.
Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Nice to be
Morning.
here with you guys. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here and be a member of this panel. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. With that said, I'd like to show some, what do you call this, some insight about the global teacher, Mom Cora. And since we have our distinguished panel here, there's a lot of things that, can be said about Filipino teachers. And I just put all together this. Krisha, can you just put up the slide, please? And this is how we have, you know, have I will say talk about the Filipino. It says Global Filipino Teachers Key Insights. And these are the things that I was able to find out, coming from our website. So the diverse global, I will say, presence, because whenever you go, there's always a Filipino. I'm sure you all agree with me. Teachers
Just like
all over.
nurses. Just
Yes,
like nurses, right?
yes. And in fact, right now, according to the Nebraska, it's not only in Nebraska, but also here in Texas, just like what Miss Cora is. And we have a unified uh, kind of organization where we also, try to make sure that we take care of our own teachers. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of opportunity for teachers coming here. So these are the diverse global presence. Whenever you go, there's always educators. And then number two, professional identity and challenges. So there's a lot of, I will say, some studies about it, why the Filipino teachers, are really all over the world, because I will say we're flexible, we're versatile, and not only that, our resiliency as a teacher. There's also a study about experiences abroad, why these Filipino are what, although there are some, homesickness challenges, but overall, our positive acculturation experiences in the Philippines make us a good teacher. If you will
Mhm.
see one good example here in Texas, we have what we call the TIA, which we discussed the last time. It's a teacher incentive allotment program where teacher, instead of leaving their position, they become also leader as a leader teachers. And I am one of those recipients, and I'm thankful for that, because we can we can grow as a teacher leader not only in the classroom but also within our district and even the central office. And so I think this is one of the perks of being a teacher, I will say. Anyway, it's not only credential but also monetization. They give also compensation. So now here in Texas, we have what we call recognized, exemplary, and master teacher. And it goes also with our certificate in it, and it's also, they post it there, and that's also good. Anyway, the next one is readiness for modern education. Okay, so this is a study where they are talking about how Filipino are being really flexible with the use of technology. So we are not only paper and pencil, we're not only chalk and the board, but we have already diversified ourselves being an educator. And last but not the least is the quality of life and work satisfaction. So these are some of the key insights that I'd like to share to you, how Filipinos are really becoming one of the best teachers in the world. If we have the best nurses, which we are considered the
Mhm.
best nurses in the world, the Filipinos, and there's no comment on that because we live on that expectation. I think second to the rank are the teachers. Look at what we have here in front of us. our dear audience. And these are the living testimony of how educators, Filipino educators, are really very competitive in our own. I'm getting emotional. I'm gonna let you go now, Miss Ma'am Cora, to say the most. Okay, or else I'm not gonna stop. Okay, thank you.
Even I totally agree absolutely with what you said. And our guest today will exemplify who we are as a teacher,
Teacher.
particularly as a global teacher. You could see nurses in hospitals everywhere. You could see engineers in all of the structures that you see all over the world. We are there. We have scientists, and that has been proven. Our show today is a manifestation that indeed we are not only global, we became global because of the knowledge and expertise that we have. So we are going to start our questioning today, and we'll see, show them. We will not tell them, we're going to show them how qualified we are as uh, pillars of American system of education, as well as the Philippine educational system. Okay, so let's start the ball rolling.
Okay, would you like to ask the first
I,
question,
I
Ma'am
do
Cora?
have. I told you my system here is
Okay,
flipping. Go
it's
on.
all right. So the first question, this is going to be for everyone. So what does it mean? Since we're talking about global, and this is also in line with our theme for this morning. So what does it mean to be a global teacher? And how does this role differ from teaching locally? Let's start with Miss Judy.
Okay, so for me, being a global teacher really means you have to embrace the diverse perspective because, hey, we are also from a different culture. And also, they said that America is a melting pot. And also, we are going to adapt to a different educational system and fostering cultural understanding among the students. Because, like here in North Carolina, I will be honest with you, the school that I am in, we have different races of students. So from Hispanic to African American, Indians, and white Americans. So we are very diverse. So we have to understand their culture. We have to embrace them. So it involves preparing learners to thrive into an interconnected world, so by integrating global competencies into the teaching. And to tell you as well, I also have Filipino students in there before, and they're always like happy to see that, oh, hey, there's Filipino teachers. So teaching the Philippines for me, more focused on the traditional instruction, and we are more on community-centered values. Okay, while here in US, for me, it's more on individualized learning because we have to understand they have this, no students left behind, regardless of who you are. We don't discriminate. So there's also career readiness, which is really a part of my position. We are trying to let the kids be globally competitive when it comes to skills. And also, there is a lot of technology integration here in US. So as a global educator, I've learned to combine both approaches, bringing the heart of Filipino education. We love to teach. That's our passion. We just didn't go to the profession just because of money, because basically education is like a service where we're pouring our heart in and molding these kids, and at the same time the innovation of us teaching to create a well-rounded learning experience for our students. So that's what it means for me as a global teacher.
Thank you, Teacher Judy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Can we have Tita Minerva?
Yes, of course. Yeah, for me, a global teacher is an educator who develops a global perspective in their students, either by teaching abroad or by incorporating global issues into their curriculum in their home country. It is also a teacher who prepares students to thrive in an interconnected world by equipping them with broader understanding of global issues, cultures, and systems. A global teacher is also a competent educator who, who equips students with the knowledge, skills, and perspectives needed to succeed in an increasingly interconnected and multicultural world. In short, or in summary, global teachers are educators with a global mindset, teachers who travel to teach internationally or teach programs that facilitate global teaching and learning. How does this role differ from teaching locally? There's not much difference, except do they teach locally or they go somewhere else in the world to teach? The mission is the same. A global teacher could be anywhere in the world, or he could be in his own native land. That's all that I have for that.
Wow. Indeed, being a global teacher really gives us a wide perspective of responsibility and uh, teaching, giving the passion to educate and reach out based on our knowledge and skills. So thank you so much, Tita Minerva. Okay, can we have Dr. Ross?
Um, Certainly. Thank you so much. Um, I am just very thankful that teacher Minerva and Judy had given us a lot of their insights into what a global teacher is. And that saves me a lot of, thinking also. However, I would like for us to see this issue or this situation not in a very limited lens, when we say global teacher, it gives us an idea that we are only thinking about those who have been to other places besides their own original place. Like, for example, myself from Masbate, and now I've been to the US. And in my travels in so many countries, I always make sure to discuss education with our guide, the friends that I meet. And however, I would like to also tell those people in their own places, like teacher Minerva had said, you can be in your own native land and still be a global teacher. Speaking from experience, I started teaching in Masbate in a very small school. Well, it's one of the bigger schools in the province. However, in those times, 1967 onwards, we didn't have these resources that we have nowadays. But I tried to use pictures and stories about other places and countries. And so my students were very aware of what's around the world, like, the cultures in Europe or the songs in Japan, in Italy, and other places. Because, in the Philippines, we taught all the subjects ourselves. There were no specialized teachers in elementary school. So I tried to bring in the globe, the world, into my classroom without the use of technology. Then, wala pang mga laptop and computer. So I gave them songs and poems and stories about the other places. And I think that's what I think about being a global teacher, whether you are in a foreign place or in your own native land. That's a global teacher for me. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for all your feedback. But right now, I know this conversation is getting to be, good. But we would like to pause for our advertisement. We have to thank these sponsors that, providing us this support in our media, especially our Lawin Media Network. So, Krisha, we're going to pause for a while and we get back. Promise. Okay? For our next question. So, we'll prepare. Thank you.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
All right, we're back, Ma'am Cora. So, oh, there you are. Cora, we cannot hear you.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
Mom, Mom Minerva, could you tell us your first name? I mean, the maiden name, because Bobby can't recognize. Is it Mom Minette? Does he call you?
Mom
Oh,
Minette. It says, good
Mom
morning,
Minette.
Mom Minette. Okay, I don't think she's okay.
Good morning, especially to Mom Minette. I
Okay.
think Mom Minette took a break, so we will come back,
Yes.
and then we'll let her know our message. Okay. So
And this is what
here we
the
go.
Greater Houston
Oh,
said.
there she
Are you
is.
okay, there you are again.
Mom Minerva, Bobby
Yes.
Reyes is online, and he's saying good morning to all, especially Mom Minette.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, he's right there. He's watching you.
And
Yeah.
then from Houston, PACC, Texas, it says saluting the excellence of Filipino educators. That was good. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank
So
you.
Miss Eileen Lingan, our PACC, Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas president, state
Mhm.
president, says, good morning, Teacher Talk. Proud to stand with our Filipino educators. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Uh,
you so much. Okay, so let's now move on to our next questions. And our panel guest here, I mean, talking about global Filipinos. So right now, many Filipinos are now making their mark around the world, bringing with them excellence. And you are all testament right now. So bringing your excellence, resilience, and the spirit of service. However, teaching abroad also comes with unique adjustments and challenges. So let's talk about the benefits and challenges of Filipino teachers, that may face when working overseas or abroad. So again, the question, this is going to be for Miss Minerva. What are the benefits and challenges of Filipino teachers may face when working abroad?
Thank you for that question. Very nice question. And I'm sure that our listeners will really benefit from this. Okay, we have plenty of benefits that I have in mind. Number one, higher compensation,
yes.
Yes.
significantly better salaries and benefits. Number two, I have improved work balance, more positive work life dynamic. Number three, professional growth.
Mhm.
There is a lot of opportunities that exist for professional growth, enhancement of teaching skills, and exposure to different cultures. Number four, cultural enhancement. Provide opportunities for social and intellectual growth and language learning. Four of the most important benefits that our would be global teachers should consider. Very nice indeed. Thank you.
Thank
Thank,
you.
thank
Thank
you, Teacher Minerva. And I wanted to piggyback on what she said about the benefits of being a global educator. Now, number one is she mentioned about the economic factor that goes with it. And you know how it is. Everybody really wants to move up. And one way of doing that is for you to be economically stable. And I think everybody would agree that teaching abroad will really help you with that goal of yours. And then that professional growth, which led me, oh, that will lead me to our second question. Okay. So we are going to ask our next panelist, Mom Judy, about her personal growth when it comes to teaching in outside of the Philippines. She teaches at North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so for this, moving forward, I would like to ask, how can teaching in another country enhances specifically your professional growth, as it was mentioned as part of our benefit of teaching globally by Mom Minerva Honkala? What is it for you?
Yeah, so for me, so since I've been here, to be honest with you, 15 years being in the Philippines, I embraced that culture. And, they said that you can take Filipinos out in the country, but you cannot take the Filipino off of them. So we
Exactly.
are still true Filipinos. So we love what we do. So for me, teaching in another country, honestly, for both professional growth, it broadens, my perspective on education. So it's just not limited into what I had embraced at the beginning. And then also the culture, I've became more you know open-minded when it comes to understanding the culture, the different cultures of students here. And then of course the communication, me as being in the office lately, and and from being a singleton in my school for almost 11 years, and now there's already 10 more teachers in my school.
Wow.
So my admin would always ask me, "Hey, Miss Yao, would you be able to just like, be a mentor for all these teachers to help them, especially with the communication and how they would able to understand, that gap between a teacher and a student, and how to build that, because our culture, we are so friendly in the Philippines. We are so friendly with our students. We love our students, but some of our students here in US, I'm not scaring anyone, but some kids, you know, they've been with their family. The support might not be there. With my school, we are a Title One, and I guess you all know what is a Title One. We are economically disadvantaged school, so we experience homelessness. So those kids are so detached to adults. So we have to build that relationship, and building that that relationship, you need to have that communication with the students. So that is what, for me, part of being professional, and also with the personal growth. But professionally, so it develops adaptability, cross-cultural competence, and innovative teaching strategies, by learning from diverse system, and also the well, as we would able to say, the practices. So we have to like, before, when I came with that 15 years experience in the Philippines, coming here to US, I really had told myself, it seems like I don't have experience, because this is a total different culture. But just then, you have to learn from the diverse system. You have to, like, be open-minded about it. So, but personally, it fosters reliance, open-mindedness, and empathy through the immersion on a new environment, and collaboration with people of different backgrounds. I'll tell you, without the support of my admin, which is, we have African American, we have white Americans, we have Hispanic, without them supporting me, I will not be like this. I will not, my confidence before, when I came here to US, is just like, oh my gosh, I can't be at their level. But then with their support, you can be who you are, for as long, you recognize yourself, you recognize your limitation. So overall, it transforms educators into more globally aware, you know, more reflective. We would able to like, okay, what can I do? What can I offer to the students and to the school? And the versatile professionals who can connect with and inspire students from all walks of life. So that's how it enhances me professionally and personally.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. That's a lot. And I mean,
Yeah.
I think it comes from the heart. What can I say?
Yes,
And
yes. It's different, honestly,
it is.
once you're able to teach here in US.
I know. And it transformed us. I mean, I can relate
Mhm,
with you. It did also transform me into a new professional as an educator.
mhm,
And it's just overwhelming to say that this give us a more advantage or an edge because
mhm,
of our exposure here in the United States, which
Yes.
is, I will say, part of our upbringing also as a Filipino.
mhm. Yeah.
And my next question will be also related to this. As
Dr.
we are
Neil,
talking, yes, I'm
excuse
sorry.
me.
Go ahead,
Can I
Mom
can
Cora.
I piggyback and add on that?
Yes, please.
Um, since the I like the way Mom Judy mentioned about, you are being transformed as a person. And the thing is this, I realized that we don't have the monopoly of this professional growth. I
Mhm,
think even other professions like teachers, engineers, or even those who works in healthcare, uh, those to provide services, home services, they also grow professionally and
mhm.
personally when you meet people of
Yes.
different culture. It enhances not only yourself, but it also enhances the way you look at your job, right? That is why I believe being global as a person is the how you accept, how you received, and how you project those learnings that you learn from others, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yes,
think
yes. Yeah,
that's
that's true.
I agree with that. I mean, 100% because just like I shared earlier, it transforms us into a new
Mhm,
individual. But of course, even though we have all of this information, or I will say growth personally and professionally, it also brings out the best in us as our culture also part of it, which is, I will say, close and related to the next question I'm going to ask to our panel. So, as a Filipino educators, we carry with us our rich cultural heritage. And of course,
mhm,
as we're discussing our strong teaching values wherever we go. So, in today's global landscape, it is important to us, of course, how can Filipino teachers make meaningful contribution to global education while still honoring and preserving our unique cultural identity? So I would like to ask Dr. Pacita Ros in your ways or as a Filipino teachers, how do you think you can contribute to global education while preserving our cultural identity?
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you. That's a very thought-provoking question. Now, I would like to inform everybody that I should use the past tense of verbs since I have been retired. So, how did I contribute to global education while preserving my identity as a Filipino? Okay, now this is what I think I did. Um, there is the curriculum, and there are the policies of the school, your district, your um, district, and your local school that you must observe and make sure that you carry out. So that's the first thing that I know I did to contribute to education. But besides that, I also tried to be cooperative, tried to be friendly, tried to be obedient to what my um, my school, my administrators would want the teachers to do or to perform, and of course that spirit of volunteerism. I did this, and that is in addition to doing things that will show them my culture. For example, if there are convocations, or I do a convocation for students, so that I introduce my culture, like I am Mrs. Ross from the Philippines, etc., etc., and then I entertain questions from my students about my identity. And it is interesting to note that in the beginning, the students in my school did not know where the Philippines is, or who the Filipinos are. So one question I got from them was, "So you speak Chinese?" I said, "No, I'm not Chinese. I'm Filipino." "So you still speak Chinese?" They insist in that. It seems to me like they only know China, the only country in Asia. So that is one thing that I struggled with. So I introduced to them our Philippine dances. I trained them, and we did them in our programs in school programs. Then I showed them some Filipino games like the sungka. I brought them to I brought the sungkaan to my school, and I taught the children how to play it. Then there are also songs. I made sure that I have recordings, tapes of Filipino songs, and explain to them what they are all about. And then also, food is very important. The first time I brought our ubi cake in our in my first public in my public school, they loved it, and of course followed other of our Filipino dishes. And so in a way it was like, oh, by the way, I won't like to forget about introducing our Filipino costumes. In fact, I had my dancers dressed in our Filipino costumes, the boys and the girls. And then, of course, after the introduction of the ubi cake, I had pancit and lumpia and those things. So it in it affected to me being recognized as a Filipino. I made sure to bring to them my Filipino-ness while being a teacher, not excellent maybe, but just a good teacher who had to do things that the curriculum had or requires me to do, and cooperate with my administrators in doing things that would ensure the success of the institution. I think that's what I did to contribute to global education while showing them my being a Filipino.
Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. That is really,
Thank you.
uh, you know, reminding us how we prepare our contribution to the world. Dr. Ross, and I think everybody knows that we have cultural exchange teachers here, right?
Yeah,
In fact, we have
the
so
J.
much that pretty soon we are going to dominate each and every school district here in United States. Okay. So when we came here, we came on an H1 visa, so we don't have this mandatory. Actually, the cultural exchange group of teachers, it is mandatory for them to prepare something to introduce the country, right?
Right, right.
So when we came in here, same experience with you, Dr. Ross. We look like Chinese, and we were even asked to go back to China. But little by little, I cannot afford to feed all of them with all those feet and ubi cake that we have. But what we did is that, you try also to decorate your room like what we do back home. And then, teach them little languages. Yeah? Like when we say, good time, we say, how are you? We say, mabuhay or magandang
Mhm.
umaga. We
Sal-
start like that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go move forward segue to my next our next question, and this question is for uh, Dr. Teacher or mom or Tita Minerva. Mom, you have heard that we contribute something to introduce our culture to our students right here. So those who are trying or inspiring to come to any part of the world to teach, what would be the necessary preparations, or do they need to prepare for Filipino educators who would like to come and teach here in the United States? So
Mom
what?
Cora and Miss
Mhm.
Minerva, before you
Okay, before
answer
she
that,
answers that.
yes, we're
Okay.
gonna pause for a break
Oh,
and
okay.
we'll be back. Okay. Thank
There
you
you
for
go.
this good discussion.
Okay.
Thank you.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
All right. We're back.
Huli ako. Okay.
You're flexible.
This is what happened if you're live.
Yes,
Okay.
and we do multitasking. Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
I will repeat my question to
Yes, please. And I'm
for
sorry for that. But we
uh,
need, of course, to thank our
yeah,
sponsors.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Okay. So as I said earlier, do we need to prepare our teachers in order to, as what we have mentioned, is there any preparation they need to do in order to become a global teacher here, or to those who are inspiring? Go ahead.
Yes, of course. There are lots. First, they have to learn first or know first what are the challenges that they will be meeting before they apply for something. One,
Okay.
adjustment in terms of culture, language, practices, and ways, and educational standards.
Mhm.
Number two, homesickness and emotional stress, which can lead to psychological, mental, and physical stress.
Mm.
Yeah.
Number three, Filipino teachers may encounter discrimination or have their professional qualification underestimated.
yes.
Number four, communication barriers. Filipino teachers are proficient in English, however, with subtle accent differences and
Mhm.
nuances in communication are sometimes or can sometimes lead to misunderstandings with students, colleagues, and administrators and parents. Are they ready for these challenges? That's the question. Now, preparations, there's a lot. Number one, they should hold the equivalent of a US bachelor's degree in education.
Mhm.
Number two, minimum of 2 years of uh, full-time teaching job experience. Number three, currently working as a teacher in the Philippines or have recently completed an advanced degree in education. Number four, English proficiency. Number five, business sponsor. Number six, cultural exchange. Be prepared to share your culture with your host school and community, which is a component of the exchange program.
Mhm.
The essential documents that they have to prepare: valid passport, Professional Regulation Commission, PRC teaching license,
Mhm.
diploma and official academic transcript, proficiency of English, or proof of English proficiency, letters of recommendation, resume or curriculum vitae, and then National Bureau of Investigation clearance. Those are the documents that they need to prepare. Now, the most important thing is personal characteristics, what they have prepared for. Are you self-confident? Do you
Yes.
believe in yourself? Do you believe in your knowledge and skills? Do you believe that you can face these challenges? Number two, courage. Are you courageous enough to meet your goals? Number three, patience and perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
Are you patient? Can you persevere? The physical, mental, and social, emotional health. Are you fit in those areas?
Mm-hmm.
And number five, personal characteristic. Do you have respect? Do you have responsibility?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the personal characteristics that one would be global teacher should have. Being courageous, being brave, and willing to face the challenges, willing to face the failures, and even if there are failures, willing to move on and get the best, whatever. So, my dear would be teachers or global teachers who would like to come to another country, United States, China, Dubai, wherever, those are the things that you have to prepare for. Are you ready? Because we, as experienced global teachers, we know how to beat these odds.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to meet these odds? Good
Mm-hmm.
luck.
That's right. Actually, if they just listen attentively to what you said,
I
look
know.
at these people right in front of you. We are an exemplary
Mhm.
example or an exemplar example of what Mom Minerva is talking about. It is the courage that will push you. It is your motivation. It is your love of your values and yourself. If you have this, you had a huge and strong weapon, as well as your faith. Your faith will really hold you together. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Even if you completed all those requirements that she has mentioned, and
Yeah.
you don't have the faith, you don't have the courage, and you don't have the
Yeah.
character, you cannot be here or anywhere in the world. So that's all I could wrap up with what Minerva said. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, Ma'am Cora, which bring us to our next question. I mean, thank you, Miss Minerva, for those wonderful words of, I will say, I know you're inspired when you said that. And this is from your student, Bobby Reyes. Global teachers create global students and good
Mhm.
citizens of the world.
Yep.
We are eternally grateful for teachers who mold our young minds. And of course, this is from one of your students, Ma'am Minerva.
Thank you
Okay,
very much,
Ira Gallardo.
Bobby. You're doing great.
Yes, Ira Gallardo says good morning po. So thank
Good
you for that. And
morning.
again, this brings us to our next question. You know, as an educator myself, we hear a lot of things from our fellow educators. So who have taught, who have been in the system, educational system around the world. So it's inspiring to reflect on how these experiences abroad can bring fresh ideas, strategies, and perspective back home. So, with that in mind, I'd like to ask our panelists, Dr. Pacita Ros and Judy, on how can the experiences of global Filipino teachers inspire and impact education in the Philippines? I'll say that again. So, what do you think that how can the experiences of global teachers like you inspired and make an impact in education in the Philippines? Thank you. You want to start first, Dr. Pasita Ross?
Okay, sure. Thank you so much. Yes, okay, there are two big words there, inspire and impact. Now, regarding inspiration, I think our my other panelist, co-panelists in this show have already said a lot about the many things, the benefits that we teachers who have gone to other places are benefiting from, like for example, yeah, economic. There's the financial gain
Mhm.
There's this infrastructure in the our new place, especially in the US. And of course, the personal growth. For a teacher like me, I used to just go to many of the different free workshops and seminars that were available to any teacher who will be interested to participate and join in. So, those are some things that should inspire a teacher who wants growth economically, personally, and otherwise. Now, regarding the impact, when I left the Ateneo, there were about 2 dozens of us who left at the same time, mid level administrators. And there was besides that, there were also my friends who, several of them, went to Nigeria, for economic reasons. Now, we were thinking then that was a big brain drain to our education system in the Philippines because of the departure of the better teachers, supposedly, because, you had to have to be that qualified, like teacher Minerva had listed all those qualifications that you must have in order to be able to um, work abroad. Now, but then we now see that after we left in the 1980s, the Philippines, there were more teachers who kept coming every single year. Like you said just a few days ago, there were several J1 teachers who are now in Texas or Nevada.
Texas.
And so after those very good qualified teachers left, my batch, Minerva's batch, and Judy's batch, probably, you know, our school system has this capacity and ability to produce good and better teachers, actually. So after we left, we were replaced by, I believe, better ones, maybe, or equally as good as we are. Now, so that the impact, I believe, now to the Philippines is more a positive than a negative because we send our money to the Philippines and it somehow props up our economy. So that's one big impact, economic impact to our country. So we inspire and we have this positive impact of sending our mighty dollars to the Philippines. I think that's all I have to say about this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about you, Miss Judy? Yes.
Okay, so I will be speaking in behalf of like the education because I know Dr. Ross was able to really give as a general, like, uh we're truly inspiring a lot of teachers coming here. And to be honest with you, I have a friend who is he has school, a TESDA school, and we talk a lot about, you know, how we would able to improve things like especially with TESDA in developing those skills with the students. But here, the experience of global teachers, how can it inspire and impact education in the Philippines? And of course, you mentioned that, you know, it we bring in fresh perspectives, and at the same time, although technology is already being introduced in there, but
Yeah.
we are, as we are, more learning into technologies, and we are more involved into technologies in there. We are more innovative, in doing some teaching practices. And also we have this global mindset now, that how we would able to like teach it locally in our country. So working in a diverse, so I'm always talking about diverse because that's where I'm coming. Our school is very diverse. So working in a diverse educational settings, this really introduces us into an effective strategies in the classroom, especially going back into the Philippines. Now you would really, our students in the Philippines, they're smart. I'm telling you, I can even say they're smarter than our students here in US, because our students in the Philippines, they love to learn. They want to learn. But if we are going to have more or these strategies that we are learning here and bringing it
Yeah.
there, our students are more, they will be more productive, and they will be more, I would say, very intellectual. They will get all these ideas and strategies, and they can be more innovative, so there will be more engagement from the students. But then, sad to say, the only thing that we cannot do is, like, the support from the government in making us more on providing us with the tools and equipment that we need to be able to compete globally. So for me, I want to inspire, how I was able to say, people from above, those who are in position, that, hey, we can compete with these people, with these students here in the other countries. We can be more better. And with our ideas and what we are learning from here, we can do a lot. We can contribute and we can improve this setup in the Philippines. So, moreover, the cross-cultural experiences promote inclusivity, critical thinking, which is, we don't do in the Philippines, we don't do only multiple choice questions, which is surprisingly here in US. When it comes to like state exams, it's just more on, multiple choices. And then we promote global awareness among students and colleagues in the Philippines. So by sharing what we've learned abroad, we as a global teachers would able to help elevate educational standards, encourage collaboration, especially with the higher educators, and inspire future educators to think beyond traditional boundaries and prepare Filipino learners to be, what we would able to say, globalized world, because we have to compete globally when it comes to works and skills, because we love to go work abroad, and that's very common among Filipinos. We have the mindset that we can compete with others. So that's pretty much what I would able to share when it comes to inspiring and the impact of education as a global teacher.
That's
Wow,
awesome.
awesome.
Yes.
So, wow, this discussion is really, really over super rich. And we already passed our time and we didn't even notice because
It's
there's so much learning that we could
yes.
absorb and so much wisdom that our panelists were able to share. And here, since we are done, almost done, but we're not going to end this with just simple questions or simple answer that you heard from all of us. We are going to end this up with an open-ended question. Okay, so we have a tradition here that each one will be given a one sentence, or the most is two sentences to end our ended question. Okay, so I would like everybody to think about this and finish the sentence, okay? Since we are talking about global teacher, open ended. So I am your name, state your name, a global teacher because, okay? So I'm going to start, okay? I am Cora Flores. I'm a global teacher because I am open minded, big heart. I have a good faith, and I'm willing to change for the better. Thank you.
Oh, do you want me to second? Okay, I'll do the second. I I am Nildz Henson. I am a global teacher because I carry the heart of a Filipino educator wherever I go. Teaching isn't just my profession, it's my journey, my mission, and my passport to making a difference in the world. Thank you.
Very good. Excellently said. Mom Minerva?
I am Minerva Picati Honkala. I am a global teacher because as I speak and write, as I do right now, I integrate significant themes that will help people see the relevance of world events to their lives. A global teacher thinks and acts locally and globally. And I
Yes.
would like to leave you with this phrase that I want the would be global teachers to remember: think globally, act locally.
Yes.
Good
Wow.
morning, everyone.
We like that.
Okay, Mom Judy.
Okay, I am Judy Yow. I am a global teacher because I embrace diverse perspectives and adapt to different educational systems and integrate cross-cultural experiences into our teaching practices. So I've learned to be flexible, innovative, and culturally responsive, qualities that allows me to make learning relevant and meaningful beyond geographical boundaries.
There you
So
go.
thank you for having me.
Wow. Dr. Ross.
Okay, now my turn. All right. I am Pacita Ros. I'm a global teacher because I embrace, like Judy said, other cultures and learn from them, and also contribute to the world, my culture, and just doing good while preserving my cultural Filipino-ness.
Yes, thank
Awesome.
you so much. And I would like to end all of your end the open-ended question with Nelson Mandela's quote. This is what he said. Education is the most powerful weapon which we could use in order to change the world. Close quote. Nelson Mandela. Okay, so this is it, Dr. Neil.
Yes, and thank you so much. So we come to a point where we give our panel, our guests,
Mhm.
their last message or a complimentary, what do you call this, information that they want to share. So we give you 1 minute. Okay, let's start with Miss Judy.
Yes, so anyone who are watching this, please reach out. I'm actually the president of the Unified here in North Carolina. So with so many Filipinos around here, I'm happy to serve and help in as much as I can because I've been into their shoes. So reach out. Probably you can find my Facebook, Judy Yao. So you all take care and have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, this time, Dr. Ross, please.
Yes, I'd like um, to mention a quote from Confucius. Yeah, Confucius. Yes, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all.
Hmm. That's right.
100% believe on that. Thank you. Is there anything that you want to say, compliment or message to families? Oh,
Oh, me?
yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. I'd like to thank my AFTA family, Association of Filipino Teachers of America, here in the East Coast, and my we are retired, and we now live in a retirement village. My husband and myself, and we have a group here of Filipino retirees as well, in teachers and otherwise, and I'm enjoying my retired life now. Thank
Wow,
you so much.
That's great.
Thank
congratulations.
you.
Yes.
Congrats.
Mommy Nerva?
Thank you so much for inviting me. I hope that the people who have been watching us have learned a lot of insights regarding being a global teacher. Now, to advertise myself, I'm a published author, and I would like you to visit Amazon.com and look at my latest books: a poetry book, Words Speak Wisdom, poetry, and a devotional book, Boost Me Up. I would
Okay.
like you to go to Amazon.com and check that out, because everything that is in those books are all products of my mind, my heart, and my soul. My mission being helping everybody become the best person that they can be. Becoming whole as a person would do you very
There you
much.
are. We got you.
Thank you
So
very
with
much.
this,
And please go in. It's not very expensive, but I know that people will learn a lot from that. Making themselves the best in whatever they do, love what you do, and it will shine through. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you. Look at
Congratulations.
that.
You see, we have a global teachers here and a very prestigious and honored
Mhm.
guest. Yes.
So,
Now,
this is
before I
it. You have to say something,
yeah,
Dr.
I have a
Neil?
lot, but go ahead first. I have a lot
Uh,
here.
okay, so I would like to thank all of our panelists today, Dr. Ross, Minerva
You're
MP
welcome.
Honkala,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Judy Yow. Thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for
Thank you.
See you later.
for gracing our show today without you all, in a short period of time. Okay, we you were able to agree on our request. Thank you so much, and you all mean to us and also to our viewers today, especially the the words, the intellect, the practices, the expertise that you have shared today. And you know how busy teachers are. We barely open inspirational book or write our diaries or communicate with others. But with this platform, they will able to learn so much from you all to enhance themselves, to enhance their relationship with their colleagues, and truly become a global teacher. Thank you for that. Also, I would like to thank my sisters, Gina Tubo and Cecil Gallardo, and my niece, Ira, for helping us prepare for today's event. Thank you so much. And also to my brother in law, John Tubo. Thank you. And also, I am inviting everyone, those who are in Houston, we are going to have a Filipino American History Month celebration at the Post Houston on Sunday, October 12th from 12 to 9 p.m. Our group, Unified Houston, Save EP, will have a table there. They were going to introduce different kinds of dances and teach children how to read in Filipino and create arts and craft with Filipino cultural background. So come and join us on Sunday. Thank you so much. Your turn,
Yes.
Dr. Neil.
In my part, I'd like to thank also our regular followers, the Golden Girl Brownsville, especially my adopted mom, Mommy Diday. Thank you for your continued support and positivity, bringing which brighten our community. And of course, let's pray for our fellow kababayans in the Philippines, especially those in the
Yes.
southern regions affected by the recent strong earthquake. So let's pray for them. And of course, in behalf of my husband Ira and my Oklahoma family, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone during the interment of my dearly beloved George Henson, my father-in-law. Your care, prayers, and comforting words brought us strength and peace, of course, during this time of bereavement. So thank you so much. Um, Standing with our family and honoring his memory with so much love and respect. And my parting words is coming from Joshua 1:9. It says, "This is my command: be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with us wherever we go." And as a global teachers, I know we are always strengthened, and the Lord give us endurance everywhere we go. That's why we are considered one of the top-notch, educators in the world. And in front of us, I'd like to thank again Miss Minerva Honkala, Judy Yow, and of course, my friend, my also one of my mentor, Dr. Pacita Ros. Thank you so much. Yes, Ma'am Cora.
Thank you, thank you. And we're
Thank
inviting you
you.
again next show. We are going to have the second part of this global teacher. We will be inviting cultural exchange teachers
Mm.
all over United States, all globally, so that they could share. Now, today you have heard visions from our teachers who have been here for so long. Next session, we are going to hear and listen for our international teachers who are experiencing different challenges, successes, and you will be inspired also. So come and watch us next session. We will give you the announcement on who will be our guests for next time. And if you also want to review or rewatch this show, Lowing Media Network, it will be available for you. You go to YouTube,
Okay.
Teacher Talk, and it is also on Lowing Media Network, also on Facebook and in our Instagram.
So the topic for next week is Filipino-American Professional Organizations.
Yeah,
Kasali ka ba?
kasali ka.
So before we end up or we close this, let's have a picture taking.
Yes.
Okay, Krisha, can you please?
Okay.
Okay, now Miss Krisha. Done. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Krisha.
you.
And once again,
You
thank you
guys.
very much to our guests. We really appreciate you.
Maraming salamat
Yeah.
din, and I have found new friends today.
Yeah.
Minerva,
Same
Judy,
here.
Cora, and
Yeah.
of course Nildz. We have been friends for a few
Yes,
years
ma'am.
already.
Let's connect.
Thank you,
Yeah,
and
thank you
Please
so much
Thank
for
connect.
the
you.
God
invite.
bless to
Yeah.
all of us.
Connect,
Yeah. God
please. Thank you
bless.
very
Yeah.
much.
Don't forget Mommy Nerva's books at Amazon.
Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
Bye.
you.
Take
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
care.